Assalamualaikum everyone on my YouTube channel. I hope you all must be very fine and doing your good works and having fun in your life and enjoying your life. So today I have come up with a new video with a new topic, and that topic revolves around sugar, the most common food cravings that we all are having, the most common food that we all are crazy for. Sugar doesn't mean only the sweet things that we consume. It does mean so many other things through which we get the sugar. Indeed, sugar is not as good as for your health. The way we crave that thing isn't so good for us because it causes a lot of disease plus a lot of problems in our body and is not good also. So there was a quote I have read that your life will be more sweet if you consume less sweet. Means how it explains in a ways that the less sugar we have, the more sweeter the life will be. It does not mean that you have to cut off every sugar contains in from your life, but the way you consume it or how you consume it and from which food you are combined with that's really matters. So in this video we will delve into the topic of sugar, the craving sugar that we all are having, what's the impact and how it is affecting all of us our life, and how we can do such little efforts to reduce its impacts on our body and consume it in a way that is not so harmful. So let's discuss about sugar. So according to some researchers or according to some scientists, sugar is so harmful. The white refined sugar that we consume, it's like poison because it only harms our body. But what happens is that on the daily basis, to all the soft drinks, from having pastry to cake to all the sweet cake, fruit cake, even all the products which might tell you that it is having less sugar, but they are having a lot of sugar. Can you imagine that we all are surrounded with a lot of sugar around us in every product that we consume, either directly or the processed way? It does mean that we have to be so conscious about the type of the food that we eat and how we eat, because sugar can cause a lot of problems. But what happens is that we are surrounded in an environment where sugar is so common. We consume it in sweets or in anything like that, means in coffee, in tea or anything. Instead of using the alternatives, we use it directly, which impacts us. Small amount doesn't affect you, but when you had your sugar contents in your meal, that really gonna help you out to reduce it. So let's find out when to have sugar and how we can cut it off in a way that means reducing its content, and how we can cope up with this problem. Sugar causes a lot of problems like diabetes, obesity, diabetes A, diabetes type A and type B, and so many PCOS, and so many problems it causes. A lot of severe diseases also caused just because of the sugar intake, Alzheimer, and so many things. You cannot imagine how bad it is for the body, but still we consume it. It's like a monster for us. But according to some research, if you take your sugar, having your meal, and after when you consume it, it can reduce. It will not cause the spikes in your blood. Means blood glucose level will be stable after that. But when you consume it directly without having any protective shield around us, yes, it does mean that you can actually cover your sugar intake. Means when you cover sugar, first you have to take the veggies and then sugar, and then this and lastly you have to consume some kind of starch. so that it can be covered. Means you have to cover it to reduce its spikes, because when you cover it with some other foods, it might be that it cannot do these spikes in your blood. So we have to take sugar after meals, not directly before meals, or we don't have to take it in the breakfast, because when you take breakfast, when you have the sugary contents like juice, also like anything like that in which sugar contents are present, and when you take it in the morning, it will cause spikes in your blood. So instead of taking that, you have to have the savory breakfast, that breakfast that contains vegetables, that contains good amount of protein like eggs and etc. type, but don't take sugary contents in the morning, because it will cause spikes in your blood and it can cause insulin resistance. So you have to be careful while taking your meals, and how you take your meals determine the type of the glucose level you are going to have in your blood. So sugar is so bad for us, it is. So you can reduce it, you can have this in a little amount, but don't be addicted to it, because addiction of sugar is very bad and we crave that thing. So you have to cut it off from your diet to reduce the chances of getting any kind of diseases. So our job is to seek the protection. Our job is to make sure is that we don't take something that might cause harm. So in a research, it found out that the skim milk sugar tea is more bad than the fatty milk sugar tea, because fats, when sugar meet up with the fats, its chances of getting spikes is low. But when it taken from oat milk or skim milk, it causes a lot of spikes. Means that fatty, when sugar are combined fatty things, means protein or something like that, it less likely to cause these spikes. But when it consumed directly, it causes a lot of problem. Our whole life we are having some misconception about it. You know that sugar causes heart diseases. It does cause a lot of cholesterol in your body. Sugar, yes, we are right. We don't even know about it and we consume it a lot. We have to cut the sugar. It is a monster for our diet, for our life. If we cut our sugar, our life will be more beautiful, more sweet. And you can have sugar, but in a safe. Firstly, you have to eat something and then have sugar. And when you do that, your chances of getting these spikes, it does not matter whether you are diabetic or not, spikes happens with everyone, whoever take this sugary content in their diet. So be careful about it. Take your meal in a good way, in a way that is so safe, that is so good, so that you can live a healthy life. I hope you are getting me what I'm trying to say. I hope this video will be very informative for you. I hope that you're gonna adapt to the pace of having a good healthy diet, so that you can be happy, healthy for a lifetime. As long as you live, you can have that kind of healthy mindset for your own self, so that you can lead a healthy life.